Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're doing a review for Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Yes, it's back after 18 years, so if you're as excited as I am about this, man, I got a lot to talk about, I got a lot to show you. Gonna try to keep this video, I don't know, we'll see where it goes. But, alright guys, it's been 18 years, Tokyo Xtreme Racer is back. You're probably wondering, is this worth picking up? Is it what I remember? If you're new to the series, I mean, I asked a bunch of people that were in their around 26, 27, none of them have even heard about Tokyo Xtreme Racer, which is kind of a bummer because back when I was younger, in my 20s, playing Tokyo Xtreme Racer, playing Need for Speed, like these games were so cool. They came out around the time of Fast and the Furious, around that time. It was just incredible, man. We had such an incredible, you know, like the street racing was picking up. It was getting really cool. The Japanese tuner cars were very, very popular. I mean, man, I had a CRX. I had a freaking Honda Prelude. Like that was my thing back then. I think I spent so much money on that CRX. And when I wrecked it, man, it was just like whatever. That was the last car that I actually did anything to, and it was pretty fun. So, guys, Tokyo Xtreme Racer. When this game was out, back in the day, this game precedes or predates, I believe, yeah, absolutely, predates freaking Need for Speed Underground. Need for Speed Underground was a game that actually took over the freaking spotlight when this game came out. And it was more condensed, it was more compact, there was drifting, there was everything. There was everything in it. And we're still playing, you know, like Tokyo Xtreme Racer, which is more of like an open area. You get into the open world and you're driving around and stuff. But this right here, Need for Speed Underground, I kind of branched off. Once Underground came out, I had pretty much stopped playing the Tokyo Xtreme Racer series, which was dumb. This game got so popular though, it did. Like it came out of nowhere and it was just this incredible experience. It had like all the tuning, everything you could want for it. It had drift racing, it had drag racing, it had freaking sprint racing. Like it had so much, and the visuals were just insane. When you're driving the car, you had like what was it? Like this effect that made you look like you were going super fast in like chase cam. You had the NOS and everything, man, it was just so cool. I'm not saying that stuff wasn't in Tokyo Xtreme Racer. It was just in Tokyo Xtreme Racer, it was mostly just racing. So like when they brought in the drift, I think the drifting is what really like pulled people away from the Tokyo Xtreme series and put them on a fresh path to Need for Speed. Need for Speed is very popular today, and I believe they both can exist. Now, when Genki sent this box out to me, let me just grab this bad boy. When they sent this bad boy out to me, I was like, man, that is so cool to be able to be one of the first people to actually get my patty cakes on this, to be able to play some of this game and get you the best information for it possible. Now, I've got 16 hours into it right now, okay? I've been playing this game. I've been, you know, obviously other stuff has come out. You know, I've had some Assetto Corsa, I had to work all week. But like for the first couple of days, I literally spent like 5-6 hours on it each freaking day. Today I've been up playing around with it today, just trying to get some more information for you. But I feel like I'm at a point right now where I can like at least review this experience, get this all put together, because there's a lot of editing and everything that goes into this video. But I'm gonna be making more content on this game. We're gonna be diving deeper into some of these systems. There's plenty of other content creators. I've been in contact with a few of them. These guys are out there doing the best they can to make some incredible content for this. The thing is I think a lot of us older racing fans from these series, we really do want to see Tokyo Xtreme Racer succeed. The fact that Genki's coming out at $29.99 for this build is nothing short of amazing. For people to be able to get in there, to try out, to play what we have. We've got like the first half of the game So there's really no way to complete it anyways. And then at the time of 1.0, version 1.0, they'll be bringing the rest of it. Now, there's some things that I want to talk about first, and a lot of that has to do with, well, that first weekend, guys. That first weekend, I spent like 2 days playing this. That first weekend, very pumped, very happy. I was sitting there thinking, like, man, dude, if I just had a bonnet cam, if I just had wheel support for, you know, like full-on freaking force feedback, this would be incredible. This would be the best freaking game ever made. And you know. And then like Monday comes along, I go to work and then they bring bonnet cam and I'm like, dude, this is so cool, man. It's so hard for me to like sit down and like really jump into games and really play them during the week. So it's usually the weekend. So I'm glad I got this weekend to play some more. I'm gonna keep playing today so that I can get as much content out for you guys. But you know, I think that I've wasted enough of your time talking about this, but okay. Car customization. Let's talk about that. If you're into tuners, Japanese street racing cars and stuff like that, definitely there is I would say it's on the level so far of this. Obviously, this one here had, you know, like the least amount of customization, and like other series started getting a little bit more wacky and stuff. So far, right now, what I've played. It is kind of a grind. It is kind of a grind to get in there and like grind and unlock different cars and stuff like that. You have to like spend points to unlock a car, then you got to spend real money, then you got to buy the car, then you got to upgrade the car. And I was foolishly trying to get as far as I could in my starter car, and I've ran into a wall. Like I've ran into a wall. Like I cannot grind any further in that. So I just invested in another car. And so now I'm trying to like keep grinding and stuff. That's why I was like, man, I've only got like 16 hours into it. It's just because I hit a wall, and I was like, what the freak? And then after the weekend and Monday came, and we got the patch for, you know, bonnet cam and stuff. There was they had adjusted something, because I was like stuck. I couldn't go any further. I was like, what the freak, man? These guys are way faster than me. I'm in the menus, I'm sitting there going through things, I'm trying to adjust my ratios and everything, like, and nothing was working. These guys were just blowing me away. And then I get back in after they bring the hood cam or the bonnet cam, and then everything's easier. But now I'm at another, like, I'm stuck on this. It's like, what's the trans driver or something, man. This driver is so annoying. Like, we start the race and they're just boom, gone. And I'm like, what the freak, man? I just literally spent all my money on this new freaking 180, this Nissan 180, and like nothing, dude, like nothing. I can't even touch her. And that's the exact same way it was in my Mazda. I was like, I can't even touch her. I can't even get close to her. And I'm like, what the freak is going on? So I look at that, and that's why I'm like going into like the tuning thing like right now, is because the tuning is like, you got to get in there, you got to spend points to upgrade, you know, so that you can open up different classes. Well, right now, just to upgrade past level 2, I have to beat 5 different racers, and she's one of them, and I can't even touch her. Like her car is so freaking fast, it's like not even funny. It's like, well, how do I do this? So I'm kind of stuck again. Like, what do I do? And I'm thinking like, and I'm just talking to the other guys that have beat this, like they've already beat it, and I'm like, what did you guys do? Did you guys like cheese her or something? Because like I can't figure it out. Some racers that were way faster than me, they'd run into the back of other cars, I'd get past them and I'd win. So it's like, I'm wondering if that's what I gotta do, is just keep trying to race her until she crashes and I can pass her. But I don't want to have to cheese the game. I want my car, I want to feel like a badass, like I put money and time into building my car and driving it. Now, here's the thing, and this is what you got to understand. Like, I'm a reviewer, I got the game early, and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to like get through this as fast as possible to get you guys a good review. And I really don't like playing games like that. I've kind of quit playing games like that because the first couple of years I was like just rushing through everything, and I was completely missing like a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm taking my time with Tokyo Xtreme Racer. I'm trying to do it right. I'm trying to figure this game out as I go and stuff. And you know, honestly guys, the customization so far has been pretty good, but not being able to tune my car to a spec to be able to keep up with her or beat her, after I've already beat everybody else on the map, I'm like, what the freak? Like, what is going on? Like, it's crazy. It is crazy, and it's starting to like kind of drive me a little wild. But like upgrading like car parts, stuff like that, you got like 3 options per car. You've got, you know, like I think there's like what, 8 or 9 different sets of rims, like different types of rims from real manufacturers. Obviously, all your car parts, you've got like spoilers, you've got side skirts, you've got bumper, you've got the bonnets, you've got front bumper and stuff. You don't have like headlights, you don't have like tail lights or anything like that. Like this kind of does feel more in line with Need for Speed Underground tuning, like cars, stuff like that. You got a pretty decent selection of like when you want to get in there and like do like vinyls and stuff on your car. You got a somewhat decent selection for that. You don't have any like window tinting, any of that kind of stuff. Like I mean, you can kind of do like a 2-tone thing if you, I don't know. I mean, it kind of feels a little bit barren in some of that stuff. But this is early access. They keep bringing more stuff to it. They're supposed to be launching more. They're doing, you know, they're doing everything they can. And I do stand by the developers on this one because performance-wise, game runs awesome. Visual-wise, game looks incredible. The sense of speed, really slow at first, but then once you get faster car and like it gets faster, it gets better. And then like just the size of the map, I mean, it's robust. It feels pretty big. Like it feels like it's a pretty decent sized map. You've got all the C1 loop. You've got more of the, you've got a much bigger map this time, and there's a lot of straightaways. It really does feel like it is pretty massive, and it feels even more massive when you just finish a race and you're looking for another race, you know, trying to get to somebody. Sometimes it takes a while. So, but there is a way you just jump back into the map, you get back into the thing, into your garage, and you can go through there and like just select a different racer and it'll put you closer to them. You can do that, or you can just drive around, which is not a bad thing. Like I absolutely love the driving experience on this. When it comes to the wheel support, my friends, this one here, like there's no force feedback yet. You can set up any wheel you want and they will work. You have to set, for me on my Fanatec, I have to set the wheel rotation to 240 degrees. On my Thrustmaster T598, you can only set it to 270. So it feels a little bit better to steer on the Fanatec, but it's like right at 270 on the Thrustmaster. Neither one of them are giving me force feedback, although the Thrustmaster does kind of have like a little bit more like tension in it. Like it feels like it's got more tension. Obviously, if you hook up like a belt-driven wheel or something, like you'd have some sort of like tension and stuff on those. So those would probably be all right. But as for direct drive, everything I've tried, actually I need to hook my TGT2 up to it and see how that one's gonna work on this, but I just haven't had the chance. But the overall experience that I'm getting from Tokyo Xtreme Racer is addictive. It is very addictive. You get in there and you're playing this game and you're having some fun with it. And obviously it's been early access the whole time. So, I mean, it's like it's been getting, you know, like patches and stuff like that since we've had it. So it's really hard to kind of review an experience like this. But at the same time, you get in here and you play around with things and you just instantly go back to like the way that things were like back in the day. You're having fun, you're experiencing, you know, like this type of game. And I think that this is the one, because if you look at like Need for Speed Unbound, it's way off there in left field. Like nobody even cares about that game. And this one's got like a simplistic gameplay loop, which is addicting. You get out there, you race, you run up behind cars, you're always moving. There's like, you're always doing something. You're not sitting in menus or anything like that. You're driving, you're doing your thing. You've got long straightaways, like you don't feel like overcramped roads like Need for Speed or anything like that. Like obviously you still run into the other cars, but it feels more open. Like you feel like you have more, like you can move around and you can actually race and the battles get pretty tense. It's cool. Like it's cool. Like I think that people are gonna latch onto this and be like, yes, this is what I needed, because it has that gameplay loop. It has that like that quickness of how you get from point A to point B. The races aren't like super long and drug out. Like it's like you always feel like you feel like there's a good sense of progression with this, and I think that a lot of people are gonna like that. They're gonna get into that. Then you got like your like story content and stuff, you know, like you're going back to the garage after the beat racers and stuff. And it's not like this acted out thing like Need for Speed 2015 where you got like real life actors and stuff and they're talking like nonsense. No, you just got like these, you read it and it's got kind of got like that Japanese manga appeal, like look to it. It's cool. Like, if you've been, like, the people that grew up playing Tokyo Xtreme Racer, those guys are gonna love it. They're gonna fall right in love. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is back, this crew's back, that crew's back. And it's cool. Like, it's so cool to come back and see that. And then like you're looking at it and you're like, oh my gosh, roller guy, what kind of name is that? My friends over at Genki. And then you remember, and then you like look at some of the other names and stuff, and you're like, oh gosh, this is, it's quirky, but it's fun. Like, it's fun, and it brings back, it puts a smile on my face, a big smile on my face, to see something like this come back, and it have that like early 2000s freaking gameplay, but then look absolutely amazing. It looks incredible. Like, the cars look great. The overall detail in the world looks absolutely phenomenal. It's got like reflections and stuff on the hood. Like, this game looks beautiful. It's got controller support. So yeah. And then it's supposed to be coming to console in just a few more months. Like, you'll be able to play this on your PS5 and your Series X, and it looks so good and it runs so well on PC. Then I'm like, wow, dude, why are they doing this in early access? Just put the game out and let people buy it. And then I look at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, obviously they need some balancing. Balancing is probably the big thing that they need to work on with this one. And I think that over the next few months, as they're putting it together, I think the balancing is gonna get significantly better, because at first it was really hard, then it got really easy. Now it's like I can't even freaking beat this person. And so it's like all over the place in the balancing so far. Obviously we will be getting a day one patch. So I'm really hoping that comes. I wish that we were gonna be able to test the day one patch, but I don't know when that's gonna come out. Hopefully it fixes, the only real issue I still have, guys, is the force feedback. That's the only thing that's still like, oh my gosh, man, I just wish that's the only thing. That's my only complaint. Everything else is fine. Obviously, eventually I'll be able to find a way to beat trans driver or whatever it is, trans something. And oh wait, I think I texted it to somebody. Let me just see, guys. I'm so sorry wasting your time like this. So sorry. So sorry. Trans drive, that's the name, trans drive. So yeah, that trans drive is kind of a pain in the butt right now. I can't seem to figure it out, but I will eventually figure it out. In terms of like this game, like it's a pretty long game. Like, I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it, but it does have a lot of nostalgia to it, and that's fine. That's fine. This is what we need. We need a proof of concept that Tokyo Xtreme Racer can still deliver on that Tokyo Xtreme Racer experience, and this absolutely nails it. Knocks it right out of the freaking park. Like, this is fun. This is fun. Like, you're looking at games like Need for Speed Unbound and Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, like, falling off because these open world games are just not doing it anymore. And then you get something like Xtreme Racer that just does what it's supposed to freaking do. And it's addicting and it's fun and you can play it and you can upgrade your cars. Now, I don't know if there's any kind of multiplayer coming to this game. I don't know. I haven't said anything. I don't know what's going on with that, so I don't know. But when I look at what Tokyo Xtreme Racer is, man, I really hope this game does good. I really do, because I would really like to see Genki be able to receive enough, money to build a new, like a new upgraded version of what Tokyo Xtreme Racer, maybe bring like some daytime racing, obviously have some nighttime. It's all nighttime right now, but I would love to see daytime racing come. I would love to see maybe cops, I don't know. Then once you start bringing all this other stuff, then it starts to over clutter this game, and that's what it doesn't feel like. It's not cluttered. It doesn't feel cluttered. I'd say the progression seems a little bit off, and the balance is a little bit out of whack right now, but at least there's none of that nonsense rubber banding stuff. It really does feel like if you tune your car, you can take these other racers on, but I would like that to feel maybe a little bit more nuanced if they were to upgrade this and like actually bring out a full-on next gen like version of what Tokyo Xtreme Racer used to be, because this feels like the pinnacle of what Tokyo Xtreme Racer used to be, but like bringing it to that next level where like the racers are actually like, I don't know, like where their cars are better, where I don't know, man. I would like some more personalization with the other racers in the game. You know, you go out and you race this team of 5, but they really just feel like the same, you know, the same kind of, you know, the person or whatever. And so it's like, what the freak, you know, they all have different name bars and stuff, but I would like that. If anything from the Tokyo Xtreme Racing series, I would like to see more of a more focused, you know, on the other drivers, like more character from them, more backstory, more just more like story, make it like a more lived in world. That would be cool. Like that would be cool, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's supposed to just be a video game. We always get these like weird, like little ideas in our heads and of like these things that we would want. And at the same time, honestly, it's fine. I think everybody's gonna love it. I will get you guys some ROG Ally. I've been trying to get on the ROG Ally and do some footage, but it keeps telling me to start a new game. And the last time I did that on the ROG Ally, I started a new game. It decided to erase my old game on RoboCop. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I got to figure that out before I do that. So, all right, my friends, pick this game up, support the developers. It is good, it is solid. You are going to more than get your money's worth, and you're going to be able to experience some incredibly cool racing that we used to experience back in the day. So I'm really hoping that you guys will take the time to check this out. And hey man, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate your support, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks.